Salute. How y'all doing? My name is Derrick Williams. Sometimes you have to laugh to keep from crying. This story was actually sent to me via text, and anyone who has followed me on this platform at all knows that I am totally anti-mask. It is not founded in any science, and in fact, they go on to hurt you. The title of this presentation would be called 2022. Imagine my shock. And I'm just one man. In the comment section on YouTube, apparently, even with social distancing and taking the jab, an experimental thing to be sure, this guy wants you to wear a face mask, possibly even 3 of them, going into the year 2022. Now, anyone that has been following me on this platform knows that I have covered this issue of mask ad nauseum. And in fact, Fauci was here in Philadelphia during a Zoom call, and in a live that I did, I read what he said. Even with masking, social distancing, and the jabs, the masks still stay on after vaccination going into 2022. And so now that it's being confirmed by the most trusted name in news, now people are all shocked. I never was. And so that's the reason why I'm saying imagine my shock. All y'all take care. Greenville, Mississippi till I die.
You and the president have suggested that we'll approach normality toward the end of the year. What does normal mean? Do you think Americans will still be wearing masks, for example, in 2022?
You know, I think it is possible that that's the case. And again, it really depends on what you mean by normality. If
right,
normality
that's what I want you to define
exactly the way it... No, Dana, it's important because if normality means exactly the way things were before we had this happen to us, I mean, I can't predict that. I mean, obviously, I think we're going to have a significant degree of normality beyond what the terrible burden that all of us have been through over the last year. That as we get into the fall and the winter, by the end of the year, I agree with the president completely that we will be approaching a degree of normality. It may or may not be precisely the way it was in November of 2019, but it'll be much, much better than what we're doing right now.
Why do you think Americans might have to wear masks into 2022?
You know, because it depends on the level of dynamics of virus that's in the community, and that's really important because that gets back to something again that you said. If you see the level coming down really, really very low, I want it to keep going down to a baseline that's so low that there's virtually no threat, or not no, it'll never be zero, but a minimal threat that you will be exposed to someone who is infected. So if you combine getting most of the people in the country vaccinated with getting the level of virus in the community very, very low, then I believe you're going to be able to say, you know, for the most part, we don't necessarily have to wear masks. But if we have a level of virus that is at that level that it was months and months ago, like 20,000 per day is a heck of a lot better than what it's been. But that's still very high level of virus in the community. I want to see it go way down. When it goes way down and the overwhelming majority of the people in the population are vaccinated, then I would feel comfortable in saying, you know, we need to pull back on the masks. We don't need to have masks.